What's up, everybody? We are live. We are live and ready to go. Alright, let's kick things off here. What's up, Grace? You want a game? You'd be number one. Let's do it. Hey there, Evan. Welcome. Oh, I don't know if my Nightbot is open. Give me a sec. Pulling this up. What's up, Seth? Good to see you guys. I'm just setting up some stuff here on my end. Hey there, Kyle. Welcome. Alright, now I think I can open it. Hey, I like chess. Alright, we have our first game. Queue is now open. Alright, here we go. Good luck there, Grace. I do see that it's a rated game. If I win, I get nothing. If I draw, I lose 8. If I lose, I lose 16. So there's no benefit of me having this being a rated game. But whatever. We got this. Let's take this way. You're goated at chess? Okay. Then play me. So far, so good here. We take back. Our pawns are out into the game. Alright, let's bring in our bishop. Back it up a bit. You can't see the chat on the screen? Uh-oh. Let me see if I can fix that. Wait, yeah, you can. Are you sure? Or maybe it goes away? I'm actually not too sure. No, I think it's there. Weird, I didn't do anything. Glad it's fixed. Alright, they're hurting their own kingside pawns. I can attack it later on. Just move the knight out of the way. They're really overextending these pawns. Hey there, chess player. What's up, what's up? Alright, let's go with castling. Get that kingside development. What does CRK stand for? Alright, what do I want to do here? Maybe... hard to say actually. They're playing pretty good. Let's go here with the queen. Why not? Maybe bishop here, exploiting this pin a little bit. Curious what that is. Hey Tom, good to see you. That move is decent. Let's go over here. Knight here, I think I'm fine with queen a5. Should be okay. Cookie Run Kingdom. That sounds fun. Yeah, we just go here. We're okay. Nothing to worry about. What's up, Ronald? Okay, we just take. everything is okay. No problemo. Okay, we take again. They're stuck with some bad pawns over here, so I don't really mind all these trades. Let's tuck our queen over here and maybe push c5 or bring in a rook. Prepare for that. We'll see what they do. They only have like 45 seconds left, so I could just make some stalling moves and have them make a blunder on time. Let's start with moving the rook to c8. Love to open this up. Don't know what that is. Yeah, neither do I. You were right. Wrong fan base. No one knows what the hell that is. Well, this move looks spicy, but it doesn't work. Let's just go here. Offer to trade queens. They have like 26 seconds. They're simply going to run out of time. Okay, that move looks interesting. I think I can get away with taking. If the pawn takes, I think I'll give up my queen for both rooks. But no, this is just a bad blunder. They're giving up the exchange. Oh, good. Let's go here. Get this rook back on the open file. We'll come this way and back it up. Maybe rook d8, and the queen is guarding that rook. All right, let's go here. Establish some control over that d file. That is a free pawn. We grab that. Okay, I'm taking the queen. No nonsense. And we win on time. Beautiful. Alright, let's see who's next. Good game, Grace. Good game. That's how to win. Even if you don't see a winning plan, just make good moves and don't blunder, and you'll win on time. If you stall too much on the perfection side of things, you'll never get to make a move. Okay, a chess player is next, aka RNB. So Yummy Time Apple, here we go. Or yeah, Yummy Time Apple. Yeah, Blitz and Bullet, they're tough. Nothing quite like it. Alright, here we go. RNB. $10-minute game? Yeah. I hear you on that. I like having fast-paced games for stream. I do private coaching where I could play like a long time control game, like 30-minute or whatever, and give you constructive feedback if that's something you're interested in off stream. You can just check out my site, coursquares.com, if you're interested. It doesn't look like Yummy Time Apple accepted my challenge. I'm going to try challenging again and see if it goes through. Alright, here we go. It went through this time. Let's go here. And there. Here we go. They always do this. It's no good. Grace, yeah, you did get better. It wasn't like an easy win for me. I had to struggle a little bit. Let's go here and then castle queenside. Queen is hit, so we move the queen. Let's go over here. Why not? Maybe at some point knight d5, but the queen can always back up to d8, and I don't know how I feel so much about that. Let's go instead over here. Put some pressure along this pin. Okay. What to do now? Maybe go over here Stop the knight from coming this way. What are they gonna do? Tough position. Alright, that bishop's not really hanging because there's a rook behind. So I can kind of chill there and do something a bit more active. And I think this move is pretty solid. Hit the knight. Knight d5. Yeah, knight d5 looks nice, but queen d8, and then my knight's kind of misplaced over there. Hey, Rewinds. Good to see you. I guess let's protect that pawn over here. You like my haircut, Rewinds? Thanks. Just got it. Alright, now this rook is protected, so I have to do something about the bishop. Let's just move it over here. I don't know. I'm a little bit scared now of the knight coming in. Let's take. I don't want any discoveries. Let's go. You know what? Why not? Let's go over here. Offer a queen trade. You can't play hope chess. This here's a fork. I think we're going to pick up a piece. It's a pretty solid fork. Easy dubs. Yeah, let's just take that. Alright, that's stupid. He should have took back. Let's take here with a check. Money, money, money. Wow, he's not even going to take it? Really? That doesn't seem logical. Alright, let's sink in the knight over here. I think the timing here is good. Because now we're just trading pieces and I'm cool with this. Alright, let's bring in the horsepower. Bishop over here. Hey, Henry. How are you doing? I have no clue what they're trying to do here. I guess let's go here. Now the king can't take the pawn. It's forever going to be locked in on h7. That's good to hear, Henry. Alright. I think we need to play rook f1. Get in on this open file. They're trying to do something over here, but I don't really see what it does. Thanks for clicking like. Really appreciate it. Alright, now I'm fine. They were hoping I would take, and maybe then there would be some activity, but I'm just going to shut them down. Okay, now they're trying to be spicy. Let's move the bishop over here. If they push again, I can ignore it. I am chillin'. Ding chillin'. Let's take with the rook. They were hoping I would take with the pawn and let my bishop behind fall, but with this, I'm okay. Queen takes. I'm fine. I'm not worried. Let's go over here. Everything's defended. The queen is defending the rook this way. They push, I have time to move my rook. Hey, Nick YT. What's up, what's up? It's getting cooking, it's getting spicy. Adding some sauce to this game. Everything is super locked in. Alright. Think we gotta go here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go over here. What do they want to do now? There? Let's throw in this. If queen takes queen, okay, that didn't happen, but we go here, check, we bring the rook up, and then we have a checkmate. The queen is pinned. There we go. That's how we do things here at Core Squares. Oh, we never updated our text. Or was this our first game, or did we play someone before? We played someone before. Let me actually update this to 2. We played Grace. Alright, Evan. Evan Ahmed, you're up. Two wins, that's right. Here we go. Really, bruh, game for you? Yeah. Yup. Alright, Evan, good luck. Carol Khan. Solid opening. Queen coming to play. Okay. We'll go here. Castle next. Either you're really bad as black or I'm really good with white. Let's go over here. Tickle the queen a little bit. And then maybe queen c7. Alright, queen c7. There's a lot of pressure here on e5. Okay, they take. I'm not going to recapture right away. Actually, I was tempted to take and then take, but then the bishop could get locked. So I don't want to do that. At least not right yet. Let's take, and actually now I have time to back up my bishop. So I snag a pawn this way without worrying about it being trapped. I don't know if Shadow Monarch is here. He didn't say hi yet. Alright, let's go with push and P. Let's take. Suddenly my bishop is very nicely placed. Let's go here, why not? They take, the rook falls. So they have to do something with the rook. Okay, they go there. I think this makes sense. Let's go over here. I could move the bishop and maybe go like there and hit the rook and king, but okay, they go this way. I may throw in a check. No, that's stupid. Instead, let's go here. Let me chop off his bishop. He has to take. Otherwise, I'm forking the rook and queen. Give me the bishop. What are you testing, a chess player? What is your chance of beating me? Probably nothing. Okay, let's take. In hindsight, maybe taking with the queen would have been better. I don't know. What to do now? I guess let's go here. Off to trade a pair of rooks. Hey there, beluga whale. Alright. Let's go with doubling the rooks. Everything should be fine after I double the rooks. I'm not worried. Let's take here. That's a free rook and a free checkmate. They were hoping I would take back with the rook, but taking with the queen acts as a little battery. Alright, Tom. Time to square up. Not a pawn burglar. Here we go. Okay, that is wrong. Core squares, it is higher than nothing. It is like 10%. I know. I'm only teasing. Yeah, it happens. Alright, here we go, Tom. Oh, I need to update this thing again to say 3. There we go. 3 wins. Can someone tell me how many people are in the queue ahead of Tom? Depending on the answer, I may need to close it off. Let's go here. 6? Okay, I'm closing it. I gotta play through all these people. And then I gotta go. Go here. This might open up my king. And then queen here, I have to move the king. This is gonna be annoying. Do I have to take back? Yeah, I think I'm okay. I can escape over here. And then what? And what do they have on me? Let's move. Let's dance. Queen here, I block with the queen. And I'm A-okay, even though my king looks funny over there. Okay, we block with the queen. We're perfectly fine. No worries here. I got everything under control. Really, they're going to take. Alright, let's go here. If pawn takes, we're going to go here. And then put some pressure over there. I'm glad to hear that, Seth. Alright, they're not recapturing the pawn, which seems to be a mistake. We'll go here, and then maybe knight here. To target this pawn. They gotta do something about it. Bishop here would come with the check, giving me a tempo to double up here on this f-file. Take care, chess player. Okay, let's go check. And then double up. You know what? 100 elo in a week is good. Especially if you're not already really high elo. So that's good progress. 100 elo in a week is very good. I don't know what Henry's talking about. It's very good. Okay, this is a fork, but not really because he can just go here and then pawn is pinned. But let's take first. Rook takes and then maybe this. But then we have the other rook come here, or even this rook. And there's no such fork. If I move my king, then the fork is on, but then there's like check or whatever. Yeah, going from 650 to 750 is a massive jump. Massive. So great job there. Alright, the knight wants to come here. The knight wants to come here. I don't think that'll work because of this. And then this knight will be a little loose. Let's go here, see if he wants to go here. He does. Let's come this way. Now the pawn is no longer defending the knight. Okay, now we take. Rook takes back. This gives up the knight. Okay, solid. But now I guess I can come here. Hit the rook, and then after king goes here, I think the knight's trapped. That's the idea. Here does the trick. No, it doesn't, because the knight can come in here. King here is a little bit annoying after this. I don't know, let's see. Even this, but then there, and then there, then I can make some stuff happen. Let's go here. Take. And we'll go this way. And I mean, I'm up a pawn. So I'll take this any day. Let's come here. I'm going to enjoy the extra pawn and try to convert this way. Not going to be easy. Tom is giving me a hell of a game. Check, and we'll go back. Kind of stalling for time there with that move. Because we got to start playing fast. Let's take, check, and come here. This way, here. That, to me, looks fine. It was a blunder, but they didn't do it fast enough. And now we're going to start pushing. Start pushing our pawns. Push up. Okay, let's move, let's move. Alright, now, uh-oh, blundered that pawn. They didn't do it. This is getting spicy. Tough position. Alright, I have two pawns. Check, I move, let's go up. Check. Here. Let's go up, down. This way. Check. Here. This way. Block the check. Lucina position, Lucina position. Here we go. Now it's time to convert. Let's go all the way down. Here we go. That's how we get the dub. That was a tough game with 1.1 seconds left on the clock. 83 moves. That's how we do it. That was a crazy game. Eating a bowl of cereal while playing speed chess. Nice. Good game, Tom. That was kind of wild. Towards the end, there's a bit of a scramble. Ronald, you're up. Challenge sent. Here we go. Good luck, Ronald. Okay, d4. We have a London. Against London system, we're going to target this bishop over here. Castle. And let's go with this move. Here. There. Are they going to castle next? No. Let's push this pawn up one square. Alright, that move we take, and slide in the knight. We're just supporting this to come. They take, which I don't think makes sense. Let's come in here. Get the knight on a brilliant square. This move looks pretty solid. Take, they're going to let me open up that rook. Okay, we'll come here, and now that other rook is supported. Really, they're going to double up their pawns. That can't possibly be good. I kind of want to play this out. Let's try. Let's take and go here and trade off these rooks and play this king and pawn endgame. And I think we got this. Let's come here. He's going to take, for sure. I don't see him doing anything else. He has to take. And then I'm going to play off this bad pawn structure. Okay, let's actually take here. And we can create a passed pawn of our own at some point with c5 and then this. This seems to work. Let's come here. Our kingside structure is fantastic. We're going to rip open. Pawn takes. Everything is super good. White is just lost here. This is a losing king and pawn endgame. No doubt about it. King e5 next. Pick that up. Now I'm up a solid pawn. Alright, let's go. I can either go here, it seems a bit passive, or I can duck my king over here. Or I could ignore it and create my passed pawn. I think that move makes the most sense. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's play d4 next and just get a passed pawn right away. Get the dub. I'm fine to sacrifice that because d4 is nasty. d4 is a brutal move. They may just have to play king f3. I'm still going to create the passed pawn. Yeah, I'm still going to create it. Let's go here. Pawn takes. And we have a passed pawn. That pawn is going to roll. That pawn is going to roll down the board at some point. It's going to always be a threat. This is just a losing king and pawn endgame. He walked into it. Once he got those damaged pawn structures, walking into this was a mistake. Where's this king going? This is not going to be a draw. It's not holdable. Too many loose pawns. This is loose. This is loose. Everything is loose. Let's go here. What is he doing? If he pushes here, this, and then Zugzwang. He has to move somewhere, and then I activate my king. Here, I take. Here, there. Zugzwang. King moves somewhere, king f4, or king e4, get it more active. Easy peasy game. It looks equal, like there's just pawns left, but it's not holdable in the slightest. We'll come here. This way. If he goes here, I may push the pawn. Because I want to go here and create a passed pawn this way. Clutching a draw here for white would be great. No, it would not happen. We have resignation. Yeah, he sees it too. My strategy on endgame is don't go into an endgame unless you're sure you can win it. Otherwise, do your best to hold it. But don't like, yeah, you would resign here. It's resignable. It's a resignable game. Yeah, the engine is giving me like minus 10 here, and probably if you give it more time to think, it'll say like mate and something. This passed pawn is deadly. The king is restricted so much, and then this pawn's gonna drop, and then yeah, it's just all over here. All right, time to update our win streak here. We have 5 wins in a row. Seth, you're up. Sometimes things go great in the early parts of the game, then I just lose the end game. Well, don't trade down into an end game if you know you're not good at end games. Try to win the game before it gets there, or get to an advantage, and then you can trade down. But if end game is really a struggle for you, you should take some time and study your end games and couldn't. Here we go, Seth. I sent you the challenge. What happened? Let me try again. Alright, here we go. Good luck, Seth. How do you check your place in queue? I think it's exclamation mark position. And I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Give that a whirl. Alright, Seth, let's see what you're made out of. So you spent extra move going here. You could have gone there first. Hey, Mastermind. If position doesn't work... Oh yeah, it does work. Awesome. Mastermind, yeah, I did get your email, but did you get mine back? Of the one asking for your availability? If you answered back, I didn't see it yet. But I'll check when I can. Cool. Oh, you replied? Yeah, I didn't see your reply yet, so after the stream I'll have a look. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, we take back here. Our position is fine. We have nice center control. Okay, let's go with protecting that pawn a little bit so my queen's not a babysitter. I'd love to go like queen before or something. 2400. What does it mean to play like a 2400? To me, that doesn't mean anything. If you play like a 2400, you should be 2400. 5 wins, yeah, that's how we do it. That's a free pawn we just took. That has to be good for us. Well, if you're 2400 in endgames, you should be 2400 in everything else. Oh, you're already 2000? Oh, so it's not that much of a stretch. I wanted to hit the queen, but nah. Don't think the timing is on our side there. Let's open things up. I think c5 makes a lot of sense. If the pawn ever takes, that loses the defense of the knight. They're in a tough spot right now. I think we can get away with taking. That's a free pawn. Now this knight is a bit loose. Okay, let's take back. Let's first, yeah, let's go here. I was gonna say first take, but there's no need to overcomplicate things here. The knight's still loose at the end of the day. Alright, now let's take. I have a superior pawn structure. I don't want to push the pawn because that would be a huge blunder. Let's take first and then push. Now there's no blunder. Now if I'm not careful, if like rook c8, rook takes, queen here, I do want to avoid a perpetual. Right now it's not possible because of queen f8. But it is something I need to keep in the back of my mind. So there is no perpetual here if I take queen here, but then the queen is a bit passive. Queen is a bit passive. But it's fine. You know what? I'm willing to go for it. Let's go this way. Oh, they're going to just stumble into this lost endgame. This is not good for my opponent. There's no way this is good. We'll go here and then push. This is just dead lost position. We'll go here and support that. And now we're fixing our pawns. Excellent. Our pawn structure is back to normal. Hell, let's create 3 passed pawns. This is scary. How are they going to contend with this? Let's push. Passed pawns are meant to be pushed. Push again. Here we go. Okay, free pawn. Free pawn. Why not? Push. We'll come here. This is about to be over. The king has nowhere to go, but they have pawn moves, so it's not stalemate. And then this here is going to be a checkmate. There we go. Mastermind, any communications about private lessons should be communicated privately, so just email me, we'll be in touch. Just hold off on that. I mean, even if he's stream sniping, I'm cool with it. So you're allowed to stream snipe. Oh, you misclicked D3 at the start. It's a bummer. All right, rewinds. Rewinds, it says you're playing someone right now. Okay, you're completely winning this one. Should we skip you? Uh-oh, they blundered a rook. They blundered a knight. What are they doing? You're just gonna let the rook collect all their pieces on the back? Yeah, I'm gonna skip him. He's not here. He is busy blundering his pieces. Alright, Henry. The boss. Let's go. Do exclamation mark leave, not quit. But appreciate you tuning in. I'll have to catch you next time. Yeah, you got 2 stalemates in a row. It happens. Especially when you get to a time scramble. Alright, here we go, Henry. Good luck. Do exclam leave, not quit. L-E-A-V-E. Alright, we'll come here. Perfect, thanks so much. Sorry we couldn't get to play. Take care. See you next time. Alright, let's take and hurt the pawns. The king has opened up a little bit. Time to castle, maybe rook d1. Maybe bishop g5. This has to be good for us. Let's take. Let's open things up. Alright, let's go with rook e1, pointing at that pawn. That pawn is isolated. Let's take here. Why not? This is an interesting position we have on our hands. Everything's equal except the pawn here is misplaced. Very much misplaced. Okay, let's go this way and prep for bishop f4. Let's play bishop f4 right now. Now we have a queen and bishop pointing at this pawn. If the queen goes too far away, could be dangerous. So like I'm even threatening to like play rook e6 and guarding, getting the queen away, stuff like that. Ooh, guys, we could actually play it right now. That's beautiful. Take that pawn. Take the rook. Then the queen would leave this square. And then get checkmated. Yep, they see it. Very nice. I think we can get away with this move here. No, there's a bishop. Never mind. Never mind. Let's back it up. Let's see here what to do. Let's go this way. Create a pin on that bishop. Now we're threatening to just take the bishop. Pawn can't take it. The pawn is pinned. And it's backed up by a bishop. I have two monitors. One has my OBS layout, or Streamlabs layout, the YouTube chat, and then my other one just has chess.com on it. That is a free queen. That is a free queen. We take those. Big blunder. Alright, we don't take here because that blunders the rook. So first we take. And let's take the bishop. Good game, Henry. You want to see if I had a brilliant move? If anything, it would be that rook sack. No, but it's not a brilliant. I just checked it. I'm not able to change the scene. For some reason, I need to add those, but yeah. Missed clicks happen, Henry. It's okay. Time to update our thing here to 6. 6 wins, 0 draws, 0 losses. Pretty solid stuff. Alright, and that's it. That's a wrap. Alright, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a good rest of your day, everyone. I'll see you all next time. Take care.